Hey, what is up, you Rainbow Royalty? I'm Miss Explains and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about tertiary attraction. And tertiary attraction is something that is not sexual attraction or romantic attraction. You're just like, what? What else is there? There is a lot. So tertiary attraction is kind of an umbrella term for a ton of different ways that you can be attracted to people that isn't purely sexual or romantic, which is super cool, and we're going to be discussing those today. But I wanted to say firstly that this was created mostly for the asexual community, because as you know, people that are asexual or aromantic don't feel that either sexual or romantic attraction, but they might feel a type of tertiary attraction, which we're going to be talking about. And firstly, for the Aroace people, there's actually two subcategories if they experience tertiary attraction. And you have oriented Aroace, which is basically somebody that is strictly asexual and aromantic that feels another type of tertiary attraction, so another type of attraction. And then you have angled Aroace, which is for somebody that identifies on the asexual spectrum, but they're not like strictly asexual and aromantic, and they feel another type of attraction. And then for people that don't feel these types of tertiary attractions, that would be considered atertiary or non-tertiary, meaning that they just don't feel those types of attraction. So before I list these types of attractions, some people may question why this exists, and honestly, it's mostly for like the asexual community to help them differentiate and find the nuances in how they experience attraction, if at all. And it's just nice to have some terms to explain how they're feeling and what they're feeling. And people don't have to identify with any of these, or they can identify with multiple of them. So let's get right into it. So firstly, there's aesthetic attraction, which is, as you might think, it is being attracted to the appearance of somebody. And a lot of times you might just think, well, isn't that like sexual and romantic attraction? And it's actually separated, because aesthetic attraction is just feeling attracted to the appearance or the aesthetic look of something. For example, if you were to look at a sunset, you're just like, wow, that's so pretty. That's what aesthetic attraction is. Sometimes it gets paired with sexual or romantic attraction, because a lot of times for those, it is a part of it. But it can just be a thing on its own. And this is just being attracted to the appearance of somebody. So the next one we have is Alterous Attraction, which is kind of hard to explain because it is an attraction, an emotional attraction, that isn't necessarily platonic, but also not romantic in nature. It's kind of this gray area in between. So it's not romantic, but it's not platonic. And if you don't know what platonic is, basically platonic is wanting to form a platonic relationship, kind of like a friendship with somebody in particular, and have a strong relationship with them. And it's more than just a regular friendship, it's like a stronger friendship, and you might feel like nervous around the person, but it's not romantic. So it's kind of that gray area in between, where it's not romantic, but it's also not just like a friendship. So next one is Exteramo Attraction, and I apologize if I pronounce that incorrectly. But basically, it's where somebody does not feel like platonic or romantic attraction. It is an attraction, an emotional attraction. They feel that is not within the realms of platonic or romantic. It's just completely outside of that. And this one is difficult to explain because it really depends on the user's feelings. So it is just an emotional attraction that they feel that just isn't a friendship or romantic or anything along those lines. It's just completely separated. So Amical Attraction is where you feel attraction, and it's similar to platonic attraction that we discussed before, where it's kind of like having a best friend's, almost like sibling relationship with people, where you feel that strong emotional bond with them, but maybe there's just like some physical affection as well that obviously is not sexual or romantic. It's where you do things with that other person just exclusively with them, and you put more emphasis on the relationship with that person than other relationships. So it's having like this emotional, physical kind of relationship with also kind of that familial bond sort of thing tied into it that just makes you feel really strongly connected to the person. So the next is more of an umbrella term, which is emotional attraction, which fits into like the Platonic and what we just talked about. And this is a type of attraction where you want to have an emotional bond with a person. You want to feel connected to them. And the opposite of that is the physical attraction, which is feeling attracted to people physically, kind of like aesthetic attraction, where you liked their appearance. So familial attraction is where you want to have more of like a familial bond with somebody. So you want to feel like that emotional connection with them, but also in relation to being like a family. So either just feeling like they're your sibling or your parent or something along those lines. You just feel that attraction to them, that they're like family to you. And this can be in relation to actual family members or people that you aren't related to. So under familial attraction is parental attraction. And this is just having like a desire to raise a child with somebody. So you just have the attraction to them that you just want to raise a child with them. So those are all the terms I have for you today. There are a ton more different attraction types that I'll be discussing. I'll probably make a part 2 and maybe even part 3 to this video of all the different types of tertiary attractions. But if you have questions or would like to know more, etc., please ask in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.